There are two sides to every single story, the passion and the glory, just trying to make it through the day. You know we're trying to come together, arm in arm and hand in hand, and with my brother I will fight to unify our land. America, home of the brave, stand strong when we're willing to change. And I will watch the feet of freedom and bow down on my knees, praying for a healing, fighting for the freedom of my brother and me. And on the other hand, there are those who would undo us, unruly who would rule us and break us all apart. And I will stand beside you and fight against injustice and lawless ones among us. Come on, let freedom ring. America, home of the brave, we stand strong when we're willing to change. And I will watch the feet of freedom and bow down on my knees, praying for a healing, fighting for the freedom of my brother and me. Pluribus unum, get your guitars and tune them. Melody and harmony, let's make a little revelry. Pluribus unum, get your guitars and tune them. Melody and harmony, let's make a little revelry. Pluribus unum, get your guitars and tune them. Melody and harmony, let's make a little revelry. Play that guitar. My brother and me, fighting for the freedom of my brother and me, America.
I'm Gina Lipsky, and I just want to give a testimonial. John Morgan's book, War on Fear, changed my life significantly. Last year I was at Free the Dream, and he gave a talk, and I was robbed at gunpoint 15 years ago, and I carried that fear with me for 15 years. And at Free the Dream, after hearing him speak, I realized that it was time to let that fear go. And a small thing that is small to some people, but to me it was significant. I never took the trash out at night because I was so afraid of being in the dark. And when I got home from Free the Dream, and after reading John's book, I now take out the trash every single week at night on purpose so that I can conquer that fear. And so I encourage all of you to read his book, and any fear that you're hanging on to, let it go. It's not worth it. Don't give it the power.
don't give it. I'm a free world leader. Freedom's rolling out to you. Oh, let's roll. Well, I'm the good news instigator, compassionate conversator. This freedom is rocking and rolling on out to you. White and blue. Freedom. Democracy. America. Welcome to the John Morgan Show. I am so honored to be your host, to hang out. Thank you for just showing up. Thank you for being here. We got some fun stuff to do. We're going to do it together. Oh, yeah. I wish I could play guitar like that, but I can't. And that's okay. Because I can listen to it. I can celebrate the gifts of my friend Phil, even though I am not gifted as is he. I don't have to be jealous anymore. Oh, it's so fun. Ooh. Seems how lately, babe, I got the blues, red, white, and blues. Yeah. All right, everybody, welcome to the John Morgan. Hey, where's my background? What's going on? Hey, that's not the right brick wall. Come on. Jeez. One brick is not the same as the other. You have to have the right brick. As opposed to the left brick. Oh, it's good to see you. Welcome to the weekend. My sister, Becky, is on the broadcast. Welcome. Becky, did you go see Donald today? Or was that yesterday? He was in Jacksonville? How cool is that? Man, I love that dude. I love the energy in a Donald Trump appearance. The energy in that room is so spectacular. There's so much celebration going on around the right side of this campaign. It is fun. There are boat parades, there are car parades, there are motorcycle parades, there are probably skateboard parades. I don't know, but it's just growing like crazy. I mean, I remember when Trump first was running and so many people were coming out, and I was pretty shocked at it at first. Who's Mike? My wife just said, "Hey, Mike." Which mic is on? I don't see Mike. Mike, say something so I know who you are. I have a mediocre connection. Well, that's not a very nice thing to say. Michael Twining, oh my goodness. Welcome to the show, sir. It is so great to have you. Wow. That is amazing. I'm so glad that you tuned into the show. I hope you benefit from some of the crazy things that have happened to me and some of the stories that I'll be sharing. And I'd like to start by sharing that I almost got stung by a yellow jacket live on the air. This morning, I was doing a Zoom call with a friend of mine from Jupiter, Florida. He has a radio show and podcast and all this, and we were on a Zoom call. And but this happened yesterday. Yesterday, we did a dress rehearsal. In the middle of the dress rehearsal, something buzzed across the screen and landed right on my oversized schnoz. And I freaked out. And the reason I freaked out is because several days earlier, a yellow jacket
a yellow and black jacket, yellow jacket, landed right here on my black pants and climbed right into a fold and disappeared underneath a fold of my pants. And I slapped myself in the leg so hard I almost broke my fingers because I wanted to kill him. And I flicked with my fingers, but I couldn't see him because he was hidden underneath the crack. And I never did see him. I never did find him. I never did know. And so I've been living with a strange sense of foreboding when and if he's going to show up. And it was not a happy thing because, as I think I've shared with you guys before, my friend Greg and I love to scare the poop out of each other. And I'll go over to his house. I never know if he's hiding under the car or around the corner. And Christopher Shaw, welcome to the show. It's good to see you. The Christopher Shaw Show. And Ducky, you're there too. Man, this is so much fun. All these fun viewers. So there's just been this slight sense of uneasiness. Plus, I had 2 wasp nests. Wasp nests. Yellow jacket nests, frankly, outside my house near my office where my studio is. And I had not dealt with them yet. And so they were out there and I just never know, and so I was doing this test with my friend and boom, 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 the yellow jacket landed right on my nose and I completely freaked out and I actually used an expletive, but I only used half of it, so it didn't count. And I slapped myself in the face and he flew away. So I knew he was, alive and in the room, or I didn't know, maybe if it was another one that had infiltrated my man cave here. Oh, I hate it when intruders infiltrate your man cave. It's just not right. So I didn't know, is he going to show up again? What's going to happen? And a few minutes later, I don't know why he likes landing on my leg, but I slapped my leg so hard with my hand. I thought I was going to break my hand. My leg hurt, my hand hurt, everything hurt. But he landed on the floor. And I grabbed this, and then I picked him up by the stinger and dropped him on it. No, I didn't really. I beat him like this because I couldn't get to him. So I beat him like this to a bloody wasp pulp, killing him. And then I said, Kathy, would you do me a favor? And I had her run to the store and get some wasp spray. Oh, yes. And she actually went. And I heard her while I was still in here. I heard the stuff hit those 2 nests. And you can spray that stuff from 25 miles away and it'll still hit them. It's like got so much pressure. But don't overspray it because so much comes out on each spray that you only get like 3 sprays out of the whole can. So she sprayed them and we thought, good riddance. That's it. They're done. But we came back out later, and there were wasps on both nests that we had sprayed. It's like, what is the point? Are they soup? They're the murder hornets, aren't they? That's what it is. Wasp nest, wasp nest, wasp nest, wasp nest, wasp nest. Christopher Shaw just said in the comments, say that 5 times fast. Wasp nest. It's not easy. Wasp nest, wasp nest, wasp nest. But I can do it. You know what else? I'm good at these things. I can say, try this at home, folks. Red leather, yellow leather. Try that one 5 times fast. Yeah, and then call me when you need help untangling your tongue. So, I thought that I would share a story out of my book, war on fear, about when I got stuck. We are coming into a new election. Well, we're in the election season. We've been in it for quite some time. We're in the very thick of it, and everything could change in the next 30 days. I mean, right after the election, we could get a new president. And that happened to me in 2008. Now, in this particular instance, we may or may not get a new president. The final vote has not been tallied. The final ballot has not been printed. I mean, everybody's getting mail-in ballots. Even my dog is getting them, Put your paw print here. But in 2008, I got seriously stuck. Yeah, it's like I couldn't move. I had so much fear that I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know which way to go. I couldn't take a step in any direction. And here's what happened. I am an optimist, and I thought, well, everything is going to be fine. Everything's going to be great. That's my default mode. And, John McCain was running against Barack Obama and with Sarah Palin, remember that? And I was all practiced up to be a John McCain impersonator. But President Obama won the election. And the whole, you may recall, right at the end of 2008, the economy crashed, there was a recession, there was all of these things, and then Obama made it, unpopular to hire in entertainment. He kind of shamed the corporate industry for having conventions and stuff, and it kind of put a damper on everything. Well, my phone absolutely quit ringing. I mean, I just assumed, hey, I'm so good, everybody will still hire me, it'll be great. No. My phone quit ringing. And I got scared because time kept passing. I did a Facebook post this morning. Time flows in one direction only. And I didn't know what to do. Bills were coming in. I didn't know how I was going to pay them. And I was just stuck. I remember we had this white couch, this horrible carpet, and the white couch was sitting out there. And I absolutely was scared for the future, but did not know what to do. I did not know what to do. Then I got a call from Mardell Bookstores, from the CEO's assistant. Mardell is, Mart Green is the son of the owner of Hobby Lobby. They're all, as you know, big-time Christian folk, and he had all these Christian bookstores called Mardell Bookstore. I just said it. And he wanted me to come out and perform for them. So, yeah, there was money tied to the end of it. I needed money. I didn't feel at that moment like I had anything to share with bookstore managers. They're running profitable businesses and I can't even pay my bills. What am I going to share with them? But I knew, entertainment was the main thing they were looking for. So, but I wanted to be poignant and helpful. So I did some research about Hobby Lobby and checked them out, and as I was doing the research, I came across, hang on, I'm trying to fix mask edges. There we go. There, clean up the edges of the screen. I came across the movie Facing the Giants. It was a football movie. Michael, you might remember seeing it. And there was this one video called the death crawl scene that was just like a YouTube, like a link. So I watched it, and it was very interesting. I recalled the movie Facing the Giants. It was, in screens back a few years prior to that. And so I watched it, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. Didn't seem to have any relevance to what I was doing, but I watched it. Well, when I got out to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to do the event, one of the things that I was doing in addition to speaking was doing some bookstore signings. They were carrying My book was pretty new at the time, My Life as a Bush, my first book, 5 stars on Amazon, by the way, if anybody's interested. They wanted me to come in and do some signings. So I came in, and as a thank you for coming in and doing the bookstore signing, they said, pick something. And I looked over and I saw sitting on the shelf, Max Lucado had a book, maybe written on the heels of the movie Facing the Giants, called Facing Your Giants. Okay? And I thought, okay. I said, how about that book right there? So I just kind of randomly, not thinking about it, just opted for that book. I started reading the book that night, and on the back cover of the book it says, when you focus on the giants, you stumble, but when you focus on God, the giants tumble. And I realized that I had been consumed by my fear because I was focusing on my giant being my situation, my lack of work, my lack of direction. And I wasn't focusing on God or trusting God. I was just trusting that everything was going to go bad. And my thoughts were swirling and keeping me stuck. So I got about halfway through that book that night. I had another signing the next day. And one thing led to another. It's a long story. If you want to read the whole story, get the book. I wound up at Victory Christian Center, I think is the name of the church. The pastor's name was Billy Joe Doherty, and it's right across from the campus of ORU, Oral Roberts University. And so I went there on Sunday morning because providentially, everything that happened to me worked together that caused me to go there. And it's really an amazing story when you read the whole thing, how one thing led to another to get me in that building on that Sunday morning. And his message was, never give up. And it was an amazing message about the Apostle Paul on the ship bound for Rome and what happened. And the only typo in my book, by the way, is I accidentally, in the book, refer to it as the ship bound for Tarshish, which is a whole different scenario. That's Nineveh, and that's Noah and the whale. And wait, was that Noah and the whale? Jonah and the whale. Whew, I'm messing up my Bible references left and right. But at the end of this, it was a powerful message. It was like he was preaching it just to me about not giving up, about trusting God, about asking God what the next step is, not needing to see the whole picture. I don't need to know, 10 years down the road. I just need to know what the next step is so I can begin moving, because you can't steer. I love doing that with the camera. You can't steer a ship that is moored to the dock. You can turn the wheel. It's not going to make a difference unless you're moving forward. So you have to take that first step. So at the end of that sermon, of all the movie clips in the whole wide world, that exact same clip from the movie Facing the Giants came on. And after about 1 million goosebumps, I knew that God had brought me to Tulsa to tell me how to get unstuck. And it was amazing. It totally changed everything. My attitude and what I believed, the fears that I believed, were what was keeping me in bondage. And once I had that revelation, I could begin to take steps forward and make a plan and get unstuck. And so I just wanted to share that story with you and encourage you with that, because we're going through this crazy pandemic, and it's got a lot of people perplexed about what to do next. I've got kids that they're being affected by all of this, and they need to keep their eyes on the Lord. And if they're not on the Lord, they need to put them on the Lord. And if maybe you're in that place where there's just you're needing direction, you're needing a sense of what to do next, then I encourage you to get out your Bible, spend time with the Lord, get out a pen and a paper, very important, and pray and ask God to show you what to do, and write down what He says to you. You feel kind of stuck, Becky? Well, then do that. Pull out that paper and a pen and say, God, where am I stuck? Just talk to Him, and He'll totally help you. And he'll give you wisdom about what to do next. And it totally changed my whole attitude, my whole direction. I thought I was going to fail, that my business was going to go down the tubes. It hasn't. I'm still a full-time George W. I mean, who would have ever thought that I could be a full-time impersonator of a president that was president 2 presidents ago? And of course, I've picked up the new guy, and you have to keep reinventing yourself to stay relevant and do things that are new, and grow and build and change. But God will give you those great ideas that you can implement. And yes, you can implement them. You have to remember, we have an enemy, we have a devil, we have fear within us that says, you can't do it. Aunt Lucy tried to do it, and look what happened to her. No, you've got to believe that you can overcome and take the first step. I'm telling you, the next step will reveal itself as soon as you take the first one. I'm telling you, fear moves out of your way. You know, you could approach a wall like this brick wall behind me. Let's say this brick wall behind me is fear. Okay, this is just hitting me as we're speaking. Let's say this brick wall behind me is fear. It's a brick wall, right? Right? Definitely a brick wall. But if you move toward it, watch what happens. It's just a phantom. It's nothing but a curtain. It's like the Wizard of Oz, the big green monster, the big green scary Oz was just a projected image. All that is, folks, is a projected image. It's not a real brick wall. Look. Look. Surprise! Your fear just became totally passable. Fear is a phantom. False evidence appearing real. But it takes faith to move forward because your mind tells you it's real. You have to choose to believe the truth rather than the feeling of fear. There are times when you can trust your feelings, but there are times when you have to move on faith, not feelings. And when you're overcoming fear, that's one of those times. Do it afraid, Joyce Meyer says. And John Wayne says, courage is being scared to death and saddling up anyway. And I know you are my courageous friends. I know that you're going to saddle up anyway. I know that you're going to fight. I know that you're going to face those chemo treatments. I know that you're going to believe God for great things. And no matter what comes your way, you can know for absolutely certain God is with you, He's in you, and He will never leave you or forsake you. And no matter what, we have hundreds of promises in the Word, and the one that comes to mind is this. We know that all things work together for good to those that love God and are called according to His purpose. How many things? Some things? Most things? All things. All things, my sweet brothers and sisters. Hey, Diane. What is up with that dog, by the way, in your profile pic with the little red dot? What is he, Hindu? What is that, a little piece of candy? Is that his vitamin? Why is he growling? What is the story behind that? Hi, Carol. Good to see you. By the way, your picture with your daughters on Facebook is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's really great. Oh, okay, just being silly. Yeah. Have you ever seen the meme of the Chihuahua? And this Chihuahua, he looks like he's gonna bite all the time, but he never quite does. He just he goes, and then they take the top of his snoot and just mess with it, and it makes him go. That was not me, just my daughters. Oh, those 3 girls are your daughters? None of them was you? That's hilarious. I thought the one on the right was you. Well, you look just like them, and they look just like you. You can't tell y'all apart. So fun. Well, I have the joy of going over to my sister's house for dinner tonight, and she has asked me to bring my pressure washer. And I know you guys all know the saga of the pressure washer. I've got this new pressure washer, and we're having... Wait, what's this? You have a real one of those Chihuahuas named Chica? Oh my goodness. Aw. God bless you. That's amazing. Kathy says, hi, Bill. Why do you get to find out who's on the show before I do? Oh, well. Hey, this is nice. Kathy just a few minutes ago said, hey, why don't we go to the beach this weekend? I would love to go to the beach this weekend, but I've got a scary job coming up next week, and I'm not ready for it yet. So we won't be going to the beach this weekend, but very soon. And when we do, you will know about it because I'll be broadcasting from there to do our show. Well, folks, I'm going to let you go. Y'all go have an awesome dinner. Kathy is making focaccia bread. That's right. Amazing. Listen, you guys all need to come over and taste her focaccia bread because it is so amazing, so good. Whoops. I can never get these. You know, there's a little slider that makes everything come into focus and stuff, and it's never quite enough of one thing or the other. I guess I need more lights. I don't know. I'm going to keep working on it until I get it so good you'll think I'm all a professional. But God bless y'all. Hey, hit that like button. There's not a lot of likes here today. 5813. Everybody's knock it a couple of times if you want to help me out and you want to help me grow the show. Give it some likes, and I know that's so trite, isn't it? It's like, am I taking advantage of you, asking you to hit like if you don't really like what I'm saying? Probably. Manipulation and all those things. Forgive me if you don't want to hit like, don't. It's okay. But please share, because it helps the algorithm. All right, I'm out. Love you guys. Have a great night. Jan, welcome. Good to see you. God bless. Well, I'm the free world leader. Freedom's rolling out to you. Oh, let's roll. Well, I'm the good news instigator. Compassionate conversator. This freedom is rocking and rolling on out to you. White and blue. Oh yeah. makes the Supreme Court nominee choice? Some say they already know who it's gonna be.